is Charlotte Haslund Christensen, and I'm an artist. I work as a photographer in the art world, and I'm here to show my project called Who's Next, who was a project I photographed in 2009 in Copenhagen when there was a World Art Games. And the reason why I wanted to do the project came out quite spontaneously because World Art Games in Copenhagen was collecting like a lot of people from the LGBTQ environment, and through that I realized at that time that 79 countries in the world discriminalized LGBTQ, and I was very surprised. Of course, I knew that some countries did it, but I wasn't aware that so many countries actually made it criminal and that it was in danger. So what I did was that I asked the police in Denmark if I could work together with them, and then a friend of mine has asked if we should do something together, and it ended up with me thinking of doing mugshots because it's a classic photograph that we all know. And what is very strange or obvious with that kind of photography is that we all think that the people who are in there must have done something. So it's an iconic image that we all know. So for the first time in my life I used Facebook at that time and the people who were involved in art games and asked them to come to the station and be part of an art project, and they would come down to me and I would be the police photographer. And what I actually did was just plugging in my own camera in their equipment, and they would help me with numbers, so everything you see on the images is actually what they use normally. And I would do fingerprints, and the thing was that the people who were in the project would actually have a feeling of, wow, this is how it would be if I was in another country where it was criminalized. When I was very young, there was a poem that made a big impression on me. It was Dr. Niemöller, a German priest, who during the Second World War wrote a poem that I had on my wall, and suddenly it gave meaning to the project. So I would like to read what his words in English. First they came for the communists, and I didn't speak out because I wasn't a communist. Then they came for the trade unions, and I didn't speak out because I wasn't a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews, and I didn't speak out because I wasn't a Jew. And then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak out for me. And with this poem related to the LGBT event, but also related to the title, who is the title of the project is Who's Next. It's actually that we never know, that we always should be aware, and we shouldn't wait, as he says, and then there was no one left to speak out for me. So it's not about that you only speak when you are in the group, or if you are the victim, you should be solidaric and react also on other people's behalf. So this is important for me. And now the project is traveling. I have this small box that is traveling. It's called The Black Box. It was a book I made related to Hasselblad Exposition in 2012. And it's made like the idea of the black box traveling. And people would bring it to all kind of places in the world and make a picture so that you actually can recognize the place. So now the box has been traveling for many years, and I am collecting images from different places. I don't know yet where it will end, but that's a lot of my projects are like long term, and they find their form.